You are now checked in to Stand Up New York Labs. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me, and I can't choose what I want to say. His censorship will take us to hell. No one wants to be themselves.
Here we are, folks. Oh, boy. This is a big one.
Good to be back.
This is a monumental occasion.
Oh, yeah. You might be the most talked about guy who's never been on, who's now on.
For sure. You're the most talked about guy, regardless of being on. What are we talking about? DeRosa more than him?
Yeah.
Veter?
Yeah, well, we make fun of Veter, but your name comes up quite a bit.
Darth Veter, they
Yes.
call him, the ones that work for him.
Yes, he's all helmet.
Yeah, he's all helmet. Boy, well, this is, my name is Joe List, and with me, as always, my life/business partner.
Mark Normand here.
And then we got a special guest. Oh, boy, my oldest pal, my best bud. Oh, did I just lose the mic? What happened there? I went down. Was I too hot? I was a little hot.
Ooh, boy.
God, I got excited.
That intro boner went way down.
Sorry, I got too excited. They cut my mic out. Tom Dustin is here,
Tom
everybody.
Dustin, everybody. Yeah.
Finally here.
Thank you so much.
Good boy.
The mayor
yeah,
of
this
Boston.
is a lot of pressure on you here. You're going to have to really bring the heat.
I don't feel it.
Good.
You're like the Cal Ripken of Tuesdays with Story mentions.
Yeah.
Every week
You
you're
just
out
used
there.
a sports reference on me. Does not work.
You know Cal Ripken. Played in 2000. Well, 2,130 was the record. I don't know how many he played in. A lot.
Are you not a sports guy?
Not a sports guy.
I'm not either, but I
can
pegged
talk
you
about
for one.
a couple of things. I can talk about like ladies 9-ball. I can name the last 4 champions of that.
Wow, is that hot Asian chick is in there?
Yeah,
huh?
I played against her once. Her
What?
name's Jeanette Lee. I played against her at the, there was a big pool hall in Boston, and
Yeah.
she came to do an exhibition where she had 6 tables going at once, and for $5 you could play her, and she'd just go from table to table
Wow.
making shots. I got 2 shots, and then it was over.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
She's less attractive in person.
I could see that. It's very sexy on TV.
Yeah, but because she's standing next to Mary Core and Allison Fisher, and and those girls look like Ice Road truckers.
Right, right.
Pool's a weird sport to watch because it's one of those ones where it just ends. Like just one person just runs the table and it's over. It's similar to bowling where they just bowl a strike almost every time. You're
Right,
like, well, this
right.
is not fun.
The best part about those sports is just judging the players. You're like, wow, look how fat that guy is.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
And still an athlete.
Yeah, still an athlete. He's got the shirt tucked in, the gut coming out. Good times.
Well, this is exciting. It's good. It's good to have you, Tom. You're so rarely here in New York.
I know.
It's exciting.
I've been talking about and threatening coming down more often, but I still get so intimidated every time I.
Oh, it's a big town.
Yeah, it's just
Give
I
it-
feel so small, and there's so many great comics here. And
Oh,
There's
come
more
on.
bad ones.
There's more
though.
bad.
Way more bad. 4 of them just walked out of here.
Yeah. Terrible. Hacks.
Just kidding.
Check out the Sam and Joe show.
That's low hanging fruit. we got a
inside.
great email from a guy saying he's now a fan of Sam Morril and Joe Mackey because of
Yeah.
us. That feels good. You're
got-
gonna get a lot of fans out of this, buddy boy.
I would like a fan.
Oh,
Yes.
there's at least 3 or 4 already lining up.
Yeah, you got 2 right here.
Yeah.
Ah, that's nice. That's nice.
It's Joe and the
3,
sound guy.
yeah. Well, we got to get into some stuff here. I mean,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God. Well, first of all, Tom just got here yesterday. Did we get here yesterday? We drove back.
Yeah.
I was up in Boston for the marathon, of course, as
Oh,
always.
yeah.
Last year I was a survivor. And this year was a big year going back to the marathon. It was very exciting. Went to the Sox game. Beautiful day. Like
Oh, yeah.
70 degrees. We were baking in the sun.
I love it.
Hot broads everywhere.
Yes.
A head on a swivel.
Woo!
You know, where you just want, you're going, oh, white shirt. You ever be hanging with your buddies, channel girl, you get keyed in, where you're just
Yes.
like, you just 2 words, like, white tank top. Got it.
Right, right.
Red pants, over there.
And Boston, hot chicks. A lot of hot girls
This
in Boston.
is not.
A lot of hot chicks.
Somebody said last night here in New York, they were like, "Ooh, not a lot of hot chicks in Boston."
Chris Scopo said no hot chicks in Boston. I don't know.
what he said last
Maybe they all stayed in that night, but they're
Yeah.
all white and Irish and
Yeah.
pale and sexy.
And they got a little edge to them. They're kind of gritty.
yeah, a little bit grit. I don't like the accent, though. I don't
hate
like the
the
accent
accent
on
on
a
a girl.
Boston.
I don't.
girl.
Yeah, I don't.
It's a real double standard, I guess. I don't care for it on a man either. No offense.
I like it on a guy.
Yeah, it's not bad, I guess, but
It's less offensive. Like
not
it's so
sexy.
unclassy and
It's very
girl.
unclassy.
You're just waiting for her to spit.
yeah.
yeah, right.
Fuck you,
my
you
dick.
tiny dick faggot.
Yeah.
You know,
Heard that a few times.
Yeah.
But
have.
I'm from the South, and I hate this. I hate a chick with a Southern accent. Hey y'all,
Oh,
hey
yeah.
y'all want some sweet tea? Ugh,
I'd be into
good
that.
Lord, do you like that?
I would let that girl piss on my forehead. All right. That was fun sitting in that one.
Yeah,
Oh boy, I'm getting a big text here. All right, don't worry about it.
that forehead. That's a lot of urine. All right.
Come on, that's
Try to do a
insensitive,
little,
Mark.
little roasting there.
So I was up at the marathon. The marathon was just great. Very emotional. I was crying. I was at the marathon crying. My dad came in.
Wow,
My dad, we talked about my dad before. You guys know about him. He's a quiet guy, not a lot of affection. He's
ice cold.
he is.
This guy.
He's got a mustache that you can peel off and on. Does not, never said I love you. Zero hugs.
He's got glasses, no lenses.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. Not sure what that meant.
He takes his hat off. The hair comes with it.
Never worn a hat in his life. But he comes out to the marathon. We're hanging out, and he goes. Towards the end of the day, he's having a beer, and he goes, "So what? Where were you last year? Did you hear it? Did you feel the bomb?" 1 full year and a week. It was a week earlier last year.
Wow.
53 weeks have passed before he asks me about the terrorist attack that I survived
hilarious.
bravely.
Wow.
He's like, "What? So what went on there?" Didn't think to be like, "Hey, what's up with that?
Yeah. Hey, my son, who I love, you okay?
Do you think he loves me?"
Yeah.
It's hard to tell these days.
He doesn't like you.
No, he doesn't.
He loves you.
But so, anyways, we went out. My dad came in, but I was crying because there's these great spirits. The spirit is in the air. Strangers rooting on strangers. Come on, and everyone writes their names. So you're like, "Come on, Bob."
Right.
And you see someone struggling. "Hey, Charlie," and they acknowledge you. They're happy for you. People sincerely happy for strangers, and it wasn't even the emotion from last year. People were like, probably because of last year.
Right.
Nothing to do with last year.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't thinking about, well, these people are running, and a bomb happened last year.
Right. Right.
Speaking of which, the weather was real nice this year. Last year it was a little too balmy.
I loved it. I've been laughing about that joke all week.
Thank
good
you.
joke.
I could have used you here. The audience thinks I'm a hack.
I love it.
No,
boy,
they're
it was
laughing
big when
at
I came
home.
up with it. The phones are already lighting up.
Oh yeah. The red pun phone is really on fire.
So, anyways, great day. But I watched these 4 old timers, the guys in their 60s. They were in like they were walking together, and they were walking. We're at the 25th mile by the ballpark.
You did it?
No, I'm watching. Are
Okay.
you crazy?
I was gonna say
You're worse than my dad.
Who are you?
I'm Joe List.
All right. Now, what about the nipple bleeding?
Son
That
of
seems
Steve.
odd.
Yeah, that used to happen to me. I used to run 9 miles a day, and no one.
Isn't there a lot of pants shitting too?
Yeah, I've heard
No,
that.
that
as
happened
well.
once.
Pissing and shitting. And
Yeah.
Uda Pipic. She was running the marathon. She was I think she might have won. She won, and she had her period and diarrhea all in one fell swoop.
Just a bloody
Oh.
shit
She
mess.
had just shit flowing everywhere.
How about this? You see her running, you go, ooh, duh. See you later, everybody.
You're trying to
the
tell me
phone's ringing again.
you're trying to tell me that was better than Balmy?
No, I love Balmy.
Balmy's
I
classic.
never shit on Balmy.
Well, you made a face.
I got a weird face.
Yeah, that's true. So, anyways, Uda Pipic one time ran, and then how about the Rosie Ruiz? You know about Rosie Ruiz?
She cheated.
The
She
Riveter?
took the subway.
Oh, come on! I was
wait.
about to tell the whole story.
Oh, shit.
Gee whiz!
She took the subway?
Spoiler alert.
That's hilarious.
She took the subway, and she was like short and fat. She was chubby.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And this guy, Bill Rogers, who's a Boston guy, and by the way, an American won the marathon this year.
Hey!
American man. First, that was the highlight of the basement. I'm busting here. So much to talk about.
Busting.
We're at Fenway. The Sox are down 6-0. They put it on the big board. American wins. The place slowly just uproars.
Yeah.
Chance of USA, which is douchey, but it's still sort of enjoyable.
You got to do it.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes the USA is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But the guy's actually an African refugee, so it's kind of cheating. He's really an African. He's not an African American. He's like an African.
My adopted
African.
kid
That
hit
they-
a home run.
Exactly. So we all went nuts for that. But Rosie Ruiz, Bill Rogers, that's what I was going to tell. Bill Rogers is like this American legend, one of the best distance American runners of all time. He won like 4 marathons in a row.
Wow.
I met him. Sweet guy.
Wow.
But if you watch the footage of Rosie Ruiz, I think it was 81. Bill Rogers had just won, and Rosie Ruiz comes to the winner's table and introduces herself like, "I won it." And Rogers' face, you can see his whole life is running. He knows every running. His life revolves around this. And he's like, "Wait, you won?" And he makes like a visible face, like, "What?"
Wow.
And he just looks at her body. She has fat thighs. He's
Right,
like, "This
right.
is great." You could tell immediately. He's like, "This woman did not win the fucking
Yeah,
marathon."
but they put the wreath on her
Oh, yeah,
neck.
she got the
and
whole
yeah,
celebration.
the big
Why?
picture with a big check.
Because she
I think.
won.
But I thought she cheated.
Yeah,
They
but
didn't know that.
figure
Oh, they
it out
didn't
right
know.
away.
Oh, how'd they find out?
Because she didn't check in at any of the checkpoints.
And she had fat legs.
yeah.
Rogers is like, "This fat-legged Latino didn't win."
Right, right. Wow, Rosie the cheater.
She wasn't sweating after 26 miles.
Yeah, right. She had a couple churros.
But just an emotional day. I'm sorry. People, you see people are running, and then they bump into their family, and people are like, "Ah, Louis!"
that's
And they
great.
jump in each other's arms. And then I watched one thing. This woman was running 25th mile, and she couldn't stop because she was afraid she was going to lock up. She's like, "I can't stop running."
Right,
She had 1 mile.
right.
So she kept going, and then the two her friends, they hugged without her.
Wow.
They were celebrating a third friend who wasn't even there.
Oh, crazy.
True happiness for another person.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, people, comics, we support each other. But you would never call me and go, "I got the Tonight Show," and I give Tom a hug.
Right.
It was
right.
amazing. It was
Yeah.
just people hugging over a person running by. It was really quite
Wow.
a thrill.
If you called me and said, "I got the Tonight Show," and I was home with Alvin,
You're going to hug Al? That seems ridiculous.
Maybe a high
we were
five.
going to do it anyway.
Yeah, just your morning hug. These are my everyday balloons.
This is a terrible. I'm very ignorant when it comes to marathons. I don't know anything about them. I didn't grow up with them.
Al, stop it.
No, well,
I'm saying you're not ignorant. You're smart.
about
You're just-
marathons.
Yeah, okay.
All right. There is a winner.
What?
Well,
That
there's-
is ignorant. I take it back.
Yeah, there's tons of people running.
It's a race.
It is a race.
There's only one.
What are you talking about?
Well, then how can people always say, "Hey, it's a sprint, not a marathon"?
It's a marathon, not a
No.
sprint.
That doesn't, you're
That
missing
means
the point.
take
Oh.
it slow and steady and,
Right, but
and finish
take it
the
slow and
race.
steady. But I thought we were trying to win.
But I mean,
But
all you got to do is be faster than the
the last guy.
other
The
guy.
fat-legged
I don't know
Latino?
how that one works.
It's a sprint, not a marathon, not a sprint. Just means you can't get it all in one. Like a sprint, you're going, I got 10 seconds to get it.
Oh, I see.
They say that in reference to comedy, especially because it's
Marathon,
30
there's
years.
strategy involved.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. But it doesn't seem like people are out to win. They're just like, "I'm doing the marathon."
Well, that's the elite runners that are out to win it, and then everyone else is doing a thing.
I see.
You know,
Interesting.
fucking Bob Stevenson from Wellesley, Mass. is not winning.
Yeah.
The Africans come here to win it.
I got it.
But that's what was so exciting. An American African one.
Yeah. American African.
Yeah, that's what he is.
That's a new term.
An American African. I just made it up.
I think it's offensive. I'm sure somebody's mad about it.
Yeah, not that listens to this show.
No.
We've said way worse things on this show.
Good Lord, Dom, we love you.
Dominic Bradford.
One black fan.
We got a huge black fan, and he's a veteran. That's a double.
Yeah.
So we got double, and thanks for your service, Dom. We appreciate it. I was in Iraq and Kuwait, and Mark went to Texas one time.
And thanks for Chipotle. That's service in my book.
Yeah, we're keeping getting Chipotle gift cards. You guys are too much. Thank you. And a lot of comics listen to the show.
Yeah, I
realize.
love the comics.
But you just had a big problem at Chipotle with the.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. Keep sending them.
Send
Don't
the
discourage
cards.
the sending them. The gift cards are easier,
Yeah.
but no one's mailing the mail anymore.
It's a lot of
Come
these
on.
lazy UDAs at the register. They don't want to do the scanning.
A what now?
UDA.
Oh, Uda Pipic?
Yeah.
That's the one that shit herself.
Oh.
You're thinking of Rosie Ruiz.
Rosie Ruiz.
Yeah.
But there might be some Udas there, too. It's a lot of hot sauce there.
That's true.
So,
Ooh.
I might
Duh.
I might have Uda'd my pants right here.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was the marathon. I picked up Tommy D here. We drove
Woo!
down yesterday.
I took the commuter rail for the first time in my life.
oh, yeah.
Wow.
it was
Confusing.
Boston
Yeah.
native.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not a public transportation kind of guy.
No.
You
Plus,
never have.
I've never lived far enough away from the city where I needed the commuter rail.
Right.
Hmm.
So it was really exciting. I picked you up. We drove down here last night. And don't you love when you have a visitor in town and you get to see some real fun shit? We
Oh,
saw an intergender fight last night. Which
In
are the
Times
best
Square.
fights.
What do
Right
you
in the
mean?
heart of Times
We're
Square.
talking tranny?
No, intergender.
It was
a man and a
it
woman.
started in a cab,
Boy,
I think.
marathon's not your only ignorance.
Intergender. I've never heard that.
Two different genders. That's
Oh,
a thing,
all
right? Intergender? Yeah. Producer
yeah,
says
sorry.
yes.
Thanks. Intergender. So a man and a woman going at it?
Yeah. A couple of American Africans.
Ah. Are we talking like a couple or just two friends?
I'm not sure. It was hard to pick up.
It looked like two different groups of people, but they were all of the same persuasion.
Right.
Aha.
It was in a cab. What was amazing is the cab driver never left his fare. He just kept waiting there.
Not only did he wait there, but he like would pull up and
He was sort of assisting.
yeah, he was making it more.
They really went at it,
comedy.
and they were screaming, and it was a lot of the N words and "fuck you, my nigga, you motherfucking nigga."
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was wacky. It was a
Wow.
lot of just language.
And then the tall black guy, there was a pretty black girl, and the tall black guy shoved her. So he should have just punched her. He hit her so hard she
Wow.
flew back. Did a somersault over a planter, like
Jeez.
with
Yeah.
a plant in it.
a two-handed like Elaine shove, and she went
Wow.
flying, like skidded on the cement in her pants, and
It was an explosive shove.
Get out.
this might off-put some of our female fans, and we already have the American African fans upset, so we might as well just keep going here. Sometimes
Oh,
I would
boy.
never hit a girl, of course.
Yes.
but I would never be in a situation where I had to hit a girl. I don't
Yeah.
think. But sometimes there's that thing of like men can't hit women, and then when you see a guy hit a woman, you're like, well, technically they can actually physically hit a woman.
Right.
There's repercussions. But
Yes.
this girl was calling him his mother's an
Yeah.
N-word.
Oh, my
and she was
God.
swinging at him and punched him a couple times.
Wow.
And he just went,
Yeah.
and she just went flying.
Right.
And she was like, "Are you fucking?" And went crazy like Earl Weaver. She
Yes.
was kicking dirt on him. They were kicking each other. And then a bystander got involved, and then him and
Really?
he got involved with the other guy.
Was he
and
white?
He was black as well.
Thank God.
And then black people were trying to break. I think white people know you can't break up a black man because they'll turn on you.
Yes.
Then they'll just be beating up you. Then it turns
yeah.
into a racial thing.
Exactly. You don't
And
want
vice
that.
versa too, by the
Of
way.
course, of course.
Yeah. I don't want to cast dispersions.
I don't know about vice versa. I think if two white people are fighting, the black guy comes in, no one's gonna go, "Hey, oh, hello, Mr. African American,
Right.
American African."
Yeah, you might
We're,
be
we're
right.
all scared now
Yeah,
of
that's a good
looking
point.
offensive. But
Now, I've been scared for years.
it's worse now, I think.
Dominic, we love you.
Love you, Dom. We'll send you some cards.
Sympathy cards.
Wow, so he pushed her. It's always crazy when a guy pushes a girl because you're like, oh yeah, we're not equal. Right. All this, it's like, men and women, we're all the same. We're just as strong. Then a guy hits a girl. You're like, oh no, that's all out the window. She's crying.
Yeah,
you know,
it was
bleeding.
great. I mean, she went flying. I mean, she was tough as nails.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
got
yeah.
up and was back in his face. Those
Wow.
black women, they're nothing to be
Oh,
trifled with.
I would not. I go to Dwayne Reed. I'm pleased and thank you.
They're a terrifying bunch.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. You ever hit a gal, Dust?
My sisters.
Oh, well, that's fine.
I threw darts at my
Wait,
sisters.
black sisters or family?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I work a lot of Ari Spears shows.
I feel like you've probably hit a girl. Somewhere there's a story.
Yeah.
No, my father was all real. I still to this day won't, even if I'm dating a girl for 5 years and I say, hey, where are the keys? If she says in my purse, I can't go in the purse.
Oh, I'm the same way.
I have to bring her the purse and have her.
Interesting.
Because my father put it in my head when I was a kid. You never hit a girl. You never go through a girl's purse, blah, blah, blah.
Makes sense.
I dated a girl not that long ago that she went through my phone, and I broke up with her immediately because of that. I was like, yeah,
Wow.
that's just not a thing.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I once in college body slammed a chick.
Oh,
but
fun.
I don't remember it. I was told the next day, like, did you go to jail? I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, you body slammed a chick on a coffee table.
Wow.
And broke the table. And I was like, oh my God. A lot of blacking out in college.
Right, yeah, of course.
And I was like, I didn't know. And I called the girl. She was like, yeah, it was crazy.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you bite a gal one time, and that was a problem? Recently, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a couple years ago at the comic strip. I was doing a lot of drinking probably 3 years ago.
Had a bad set, and you were just like, "Rah, rah, rah."
No, I was
Full moon.
I was meeting a friend at the comic strip, and I was, already 3 sheets, and I was over the 8s, I was really gone. And I saw a girl at the front, she's gorgeous. She was buying tickets, and I was just like, "Hey, what's your story?" And I bit her neck.
No
and,
way.
and the guy picked me up and threw me out like Jazzy Jeff.
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm banned."
Wow,
And my
yeah.
friend got off stage. He's like, "What the hell was that, you idiot?" I'm like, "What? I'm having fun."
I remember hearing that story, and it was like one of those ones where you're like, I better talk to him.
Right, right.
Mark's out biting chicks.
Yeah, especially the neck. They don't like that.
That happens.
From
Wait,
behind.
Wait, who grabbed you?
The bouncer guy or some employee. I
So
don't know.
she wasn't cool with it. She wasn't like
Oh,
playing
she
along.
screamed. No, she was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" Ah!
Right.
Yeah.
You attacked and bit a woman.
I didn't attack. Just bite.
You're like John Voight.
Teeth marks. Yeah. But thrown out. I had to wait for my friend to get off stage. I told him everything. We had a good laugh.
Wow.
Who was the friend?
Sam Morrill.
We love Sam. Sammy.
Good egg.
He's listening somewhere.
He's probably texting me 13 jokes right now.
Sure is. And then where else? Sticking with the New England theme, I was up in New Haven, which we did it back-to-back weeks.
Back to back.
That was
Tuesdays with
exciting.
Stories week.
How is that
Joker's
place?
Wild. It's pretty good. It's very roadhousey.
Yes.
I like that.
It's
And,
run by bikers.
Yeah, that whole street is. I don't want to get in trouble here, but I think it's connected. A little mob,
Aha.
very Italian, winkety wink, wonk wonk.
A lot of pizza joints.
You know what I'm saying, and I think you do.
That was a real armpit, by the way, for the folks at home.
My parents and my parents came down and visited. We went to an Italian joint, and this. I'm so nervous about talking about this. I'm scared I'm going to get whacked, but. Big, I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant or the street or any details, but a big fat guy with a diamond pinky ring. You know what that means? Means he's, fingered a girl or something.
It's trouble.
Never done that. Anyways, he shows up in a big chopper, like a big chopper motorcycle.
Wow.
Big fat guy pulls up right in front of it was like classic mob. He pulls up in a bike. He's 350 pounds, parks in front of the hydrant, has got the pinky ring, and he walks by. He's like, keep an eye on it for me. And then goes into the Italian restaurant, meets up with two other guys in suits. And then my father and I were looking at the bike. It's got a big decal of a woman fingering her own asshole. Naked woman. Yeah, I wanted to take a picture, but I was scared he was going to come out and cut my dick off.
What was your dad? I mean, he'll bring that up in a year, I guess.
He'll never talk about that again. He just went, oh. That's what my dad does. So it was terrifying. And then but the rest of the city is terrible. It's like the fourth most dangerous city in
it's crazy.
in America.
They love when you joke about it, too. You know, you're like, hey, it's Sopranos over here, and you cross the street, it's The Wire. They're like, ah!
That's a little hacky.
I heard someone do it.
So anyway, the shows were good, but just Roadhouse style. I mean,
Very.
there's people, they're spread out. It's very it's a bar show.
Yeah, a lot of shots going around, a lot of hooting and hollering.
A lot of hooting and hollering for sure. But the shows are actually really fun and
Yeah.
great scene of comics up there.
Oh, it's a lot of hardworking Jews. But I'll tell you, all you need for good comedy is just have a room with chairs and a working microphone, and that's it. If you get people in, you can have comedy anywhere.
A light is
Right.
good.
Yeah,
A light
like
helps.
a nice light.
Yeah.
But good guys. And then you talked about when you were there, but the fella Stosh picked me
Yeah.
up.
Good egg.
Swell guy, nice guy. He picked me up at the train station. We immediately get in. We drive 20 minutes north. The hotel is not even anywhere near the comedy
It's
club.
out there.
So I felt bad about that. He's driving me home Friday night. Like we said, New Haven, shady town. We're taking some back roads to the highway, and we pull up. You know where the flag guy is on 95? There's a big business. He sells the flags.
No.
Doesn't matter. It's right on the water, under the bridge, so it's like a shady street. We pull up, we're waiting to get on the highway, and there's like 300 cars, all like Honda Civics, these Latino-looking gangbanger guys. It's a big gang, and they're doing Fast and the Furious.
No shit.
Drag
Oh,
racing,
cool.
and we're stuck in their traffic. Not cool. Terrifying.
Oh.
It's me and Stosh, and we're both. I'm just like, we gotta get out of here. I'm freaking out. I'm like, I watch Gangland and stuff, and
Oh,
all those
yeah.
things, and they're all peeling out, and there's girls in bikinis and
Yeah.
their heels, like sitting on the hood and stuff. And everyone just starts looking at us like, who are these fucking assholes? And we're in like a Ford Escort or whatever.
Right.
And they're all, it's gang, and there's thousands of them everywhere.
Wow.
And Stosh at one point was just stopped behind them. With like we were in traffic. I'm like, this
Leaning
isn't
on the
traffic.
horn.
No, I was like, this
Get
isn't
out of the way.
traffic. This is a gang. We got to go around,
Yeah.
around. So he's like saying, I'm ready to punch it if anything happens. I'm like, yes, please be ready. I put my seatbelt on. I lock the doors. I duck down.
Yeah.
This is at night, right?
It's like 2 a.m.
Wow, I
It
thought
was
you were
so
going to say
scary.
you're looking around, you're on the horn, you realize you're in the race, you know? And the guy waves the flag, punch it, Stosh!
Gosh, go.
It's a Ford Escort, it's 5 miles behind everyone.
And then at one point he's like starting to like cut off a car. I'm like, no, don't cut anyone off. I'm so scared that they're gonna
Ugh.
see us and be like, let's get Whitey. And we were like under a bridge on like the edge of town.
Oh, boy.
It was scary. It was like a Springsteen song if he ever wrote about Latinos.
Right.
I never knew New Haven had a bad.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
I had no idea.
Oh, hell
Yale
yeah.
is there. Yale is great, and there's a little stretch of Little Italy. That was a lot of littles. Jesus.
Little Italy.
Yeah, Little Italy. Literally Little Italy.
But
and,
that's it.
That's it.
That's
The rest
it. Everything else is hell. And then they got the
No, no,
suburbs.
Yeah, so it was a wild weekend, but boy, good group of guys up there and good fun.
Yeah, I did a show in Helium, one night only in Philly. Took the megabus down, great town. They said, take a cab from the train station. I walk it. I love that city.
Yeah, great city.
So I walked to Helium. Turns out it's a private event for the Wharton School of Business.
Wharton.
So I get in there, and it's the comedy club. What do you call it? It's the comedy. I guess it's a club of
Helium Comedy Club.
No, it's not a comedy club. They have a club at
Billiards.
school. They have a club at school for comedy.
Oh, wow.
It's the stand-up comedy club.
Oh, the
You see?
club.
The humor club or
Yeah,
something?
yeah,
I've seen
exactly.
that. Yeah.
And these kids are cute as a button. It's like Jewish and like Asian and Indian kids who all just love stand-up comedy, and like one Russian guy with a huge accent.
like kids.
You know, like students, like college students.
Oh, okay, all right.
And they're all in the green room. They're terrified. It was adorable. These guys were great. The guy who ran it, his name was Mahaiman.
Mahaiman.
Yeah, that was his name. Great kid, great guy.
Is his last name is broken?
No, but I'd use that.
All right. Well,
And it did well.
okay.
So
Well,
we're
not
on
here.
the-
It didn't.
We're on the same page. Well, that's been done.
Bommy.
Uda. So just adorable, so nice to me. Hey, but I had this awful thing where they're asking me a million questions because they're so curious. How long you been doing it? How'd you get in? What was Conan like? Da, da, da. And just great kids. They fill up the place. It's jammed.
Wow.
Amazing. All the students come out to see these guys because, they're nerds.
Right, of
And it's like nothing but Asians and stuff. I was making jokes like, hey, this looks like a Godzilla movie. Zing zang, The Asian chick's name was Yin Yang.
Oh, that's fun.
Yin Yang. I had to play with that.
That's like Xing Shang Wang.
Yeah. Xing Shang Wang.
Xing Shang Wang.
I think they're all listening right now, so I'm trying to paint
Oh,
a good
boy.
picture. But they were nice as hell, cute as button. You could tell they were just super smart, all of them, and they're all
they
going
had
to be
slanted
rich.
eyes.
There you go.
Oh boy.
So here's the weird thing. So I go backstage and I'm meeting all of them. There's like 13 of them in the back room there, and they have all this food spread out, like shrimp and chicken wings and mozzarella sticks and fries. And I was like, "Is this open game? Well, what's the story on the food? I thought it was just like a buffet." And they're like, And I was like, "Oh, they're all just nervous." I just start eating all of it, popping shrimp, popping chicken, French fries, mozzarella, throwing them up, catching them in my mouth.
You can eat.
Oh, I can eat. And I can tell they're all kind of looking at me like, ew. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm eating too much. Like, I'm like, if no one else is eating, because they're all nervous before the show. They're freaking
Right.
out. So I was like, fuck these guys. Another shrimp, more shrimp, chicken. We all do the show. They come back in. That was their dinner. Each one had a different plate. I was eating all of them like a fucking
No
the bear
way.
in Goldilocks. Yeah.
So why didn't they say that?
Because they were like, he's the headliner. We're scared of him. They were
Oh,
trying to be
wow.
nice. They didn't want to say no to me.
Well,
I ate
those-
all their food.
Those Asians, we talked about that before.
They're very submissive.
Submissive, yeah.
Yeah,
Do
but
they,
they
have
want-
little shoes on?
Very little. I helped them cobble their feet. They didn't want to eat till they got off stage, So
Yes,
they were
of
because they were
course.
nervous.
Right.
I mean, these kids were freaking out. I'm eating, just picking at it. I must have looked like the biggest dick. What do you got there? I'll take it. You fucking gook. Get out of here. All right, Oh, it was brutal. I felt so bad. I was like, I'll buy you all dinner. They're like, no, it's fine. She's eating like the end of the shrimp, the part you're not supposed to eat, like sucking on it, trying to get something.
You called them gooks?
No, I'm joking.
Oh,
for the,
jeez. I don't
now,
know.
what are you,
Well, I don't
am I
know.
crazy?
You never know.
Yeah. I'm just saying, that's
There's
how
no
what I look
end
like.
to what you're capable of. You ate all their fucking
I ate all their
Why
food.
wouldn't you call him a nasty name?
Well, I was just saying, that's what I looked like, this mean idiot. Like, give me those fries, you faggot. These are mine,
Yeah, you're like Godzilla.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
boy.
that was awkward.
How was the show? Was great.
Great
though?
show, great show.
Right.
You could do like 10 minutes up front just talking about them. I was like, hey, a lot of virgins in there, killing. It was fun. I was like, the guy's name was Mahaiman. Perfect.
Right. Wow. You had a yin yang and a Mahaiman.
Yeah,
That's gold.
And there was other ones too. I can't remember. I think
Jesus.
the Russian's name was Ruski.
Wow.
True story. But these kids are so adorable. They had their notes so memorized, their jokes, and they really worked hard on it. It was great.
Wow. That is fun.
And it goes to show you, and this is where I fuck it up with my serious note at the end.
No.
But it goes to show you that comedy, it's got to be in you a little. You can work on an act for years and years, but you're not funny unless you're funny. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
like the old quote, it's easy to pretend to be serious. You can't pretend to be funny.
Aha.
Right?
Very true.
Can't fake funny.
Yeah, but these guys, they worked hard, and they each had their 6 minutes. But it was fun to see, because you remember those days when you're doing comedy and one guy was like, oh, I can't remember my next joke, sweating, turning red, that frazzled feeling.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, if you forget a joke, do another one. But that's all the jokes they have. They have to be in the right order,
He
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
had low blood sugar from not eating.
Ah, Good to have you back, Tommy.
Well, speaking of funny and born with funny, let's get to some of these Tom Dustin stories.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious. Because we go back a ways there, Tommy boy.
Yeah, like 12, 15 years,
I
something
would
like
say
that?
around 12. I remember in 2002, our friend EJ, I had a show at a coffee shop, and my friend EJ.
Java Bob's.
I booked EJ, my friend EJ Murphy, dear friend, who comes up here a lot on the podcast as well. And he was like, "Want me to bring Tom Dustin?" And I was like, "I think I know that guy." Yeah,
Have you
bring that
had
guy.
EJ in here?
No.
He's terrific.
Yeah, great guy.
Funny
and,
guy.
We said, he's like, "I'll bring Tom Dustin." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I think that guy's a guy." And then you and our friend Matt Lever used to run a show, and I confused you two.
Yeah.
And I didn't like you, I liked him.
Right.
Because I asked to be on your show, and he was like, "Yeah," and then you were like, "We're a little overbooked." And I was like, "This guy's a piece of shit."
All right.
That was very brief.
Damn.
It was very brief.
That-
and I was
most-
6 months in.
Well, I didn't know either that you had driven in almost an hour to come to my shitty open mic.
Oh, right. It
And-
wasn't an open mic. It was the $2 comedy show. That was a classic show.
It was a fun show.
It was great. It was called the $2 comedy show.
I like
and
that.
The show cost $2.
Initially, I raised it to $4, but never changed the name.
It's fun. It's a service
First joke's
fee.
at the door.
That's hilarious. First
Service fee. So we came tight quick, and but we were just sharing a story. Last time you were here in New York, well, maybe not the last time, but one time you were here. This is way back in
Oh, that was a good one.
04, about 10 years ago. What were we doing? We were just walking around
I don't
shit
even
faced.
know why we were here.
I think I lived here. I think I went to the New York Film Academy.
And I came to visit or something?
Yeah, we were walking around Union Square, drunk, staggering.
As drunk as maybe I've ever been here in New York, and we're I don't know where we were, but we were just walking by. You know how people have trash on the side of the road and everything. We're just shit-faced stumbling down the road, and we both saw in the trash there was a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
And without even discussing it, it was automatic. We just pulled it out of the
Right.
He pulled it out and opened it, and I automatically sat in it and went and pretended like there was a lot wrong with me.
And Tom's a little guy, so he's
Yeah.
he's gonna be the wheelchair guy.
Right.
And when I'm drunk and skinny and gross and
Oh,
weird, it's
yeah.
just, it looks like there could be anything wrong with me.
I could
like,
see that, yeah.
It's cracky and AIDSy and all.
So it was fun, and then we were crossing, I think, like Broadway down by 13th Street, and
Oh,
I was
yeah.
running across, and I think I whispered in your ear, I was like, "Tom, I'm gonna dump you here at the sidewalk."
And it was a very, very busy intersection with people,
Yeah,
pedestrians
it's Union
everywhere.
Square, thousands of
What
people.
time of day are we at here?
It's at
Late,
night.
like 11:30 at night, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
And,
so I
uh,
ran up, hit it.
Hit the curb and dumps me completely out of the wheelchair. The wheelchair tumbles over on top of me. I'm face down in the gutter in the street, like making shitty noises and
Yeah.
stuff. And from every direction, all these fucking concerned citizens ran over to try to help us. Meanwhile, we're just fucking around, like we're just shit faced and being idiots.
Right.
Free
But they're-
jackass.
People are helping me up into the wheelchair, and I was acting like I had like some sort of Tourette's or something. Where I was like,
yeah.
"You're a faggot."
Yeah, you were really
I know
selling
you
it.
faggot. You faggot.
You were really
Fuck
selling
you,
it.
faggot! As they're putting me in the chair, and
Right.
Joe's apologizing for my behavior,
Oh,
but
that's
thanking
great.
them for their help.
I was like, "I'm real sorry. He's got a thing." We were very vague. He's got a
Yeah.
problem. And he's like, "You're just like, you're fat. You fucking fat fuck." Ah. And I was like, "He's crazy. Don't worry about it."
So then they all put me back in the chair. He wheels us across the street, and then I think we just got up and started walking from there.
Yeah, we did it within like an eye shot of everyone
Right,
else. And we
right.
just folded it back up and put it in a different trash barrel and just walked on with our day, like
Yeah.
into the sunset. And
So people weren't like, "Hey, that guy learned to walk." They were like, "What a dick."
yeah, it was great fun. And I also we got a bunch of stories I wanted to tell, but one time I tried giving you a gift. Tell that story of the T-shirt gift.
Well,
from my mother.
Joe's mother's like the nicest person ever. I get a birthday card, I get a Christmas card from his mother.
She's great.
It's like a second family.
Sweet gal.
His mother is amazing. So I guess they went on vacation wherever, and they bought Joe a T-shirt. And I guess at the time she was like, "Oh, I'll get one for Tom too."
Ah.
So she
we lived together.
gave. So Joe went and saw his mother after the vacation. She gave him Joe's T-shirt and my T-shirt, and then I never knew any of this had happened. And like 3 months later, Joe comes from downstairs from his bedroom, and he's like, "Oh, Tom, I forgot to tell you. When my mother got back from vacation, she gave us both these T-shirts from where she went." He goes, "Here's yours," and he hands it to me, and I open it up, and there's the clear, crusty, yellowish,
yeah, the old
but-
yellow map of Hawaii.
but it's like, it's not just in one location like it was used once.
Right.
It's been the towel since he's got back. Like,
Well,
so-
here's what happened. I had
It is
2 T-shirts.
covered.
Why would you give him that?
Because here's what happened. She gave us each. She buys me the old. She's a very sweet gal. She buys me the Old Navy 4th of July T-shirt. They put out an annual thing, and she gets it from me every year. But it's Old Navy, and it's got a big flag. It's a little much.
it's a lot.
It feels silly. So
Yes,
I usually
USA.
I wear them to work
USA.
out or whatever. I had 2 of them. And one, I was like, this maybe some patriotic people. Dominic, don't take this the wrong way. I was like, I'll just use this to put my semen into.
No, yeah.
You can never have enough. It's a T-shirt I'm not really going to wear. I like using a T-shirt to wipe up my, my
I like
business.
it too. I like to go into the sleeve.
Yeah, I use every
That's specific.
every corner. I get in the
Right
belly
sleeve.
button. You scoop out the belly button. It's a whole thing.
Ooh.
And so I used the T-shirt for a while. I got the second T-shirt. That's Tom's. Finally, I remember. Oh, I got to give it to him. Here it is. I gave him the wrong one.
Ah.
It was a nice crispy one, so I had to. But the best part is, it was like a 50s sitcom. I gave him the shirt and then went back up to my room.
Right.
And I hear like, Joe! and I had to
right.
come back downstairs. I was like, what is this? And I gave him a cummed up T-shirt.
Wow.
So it was like a gift from Joe's mother that he added his own gift to. Like he was like, "Oh, this is from both of us."
Right, right.
A little bit's from me.
It's funny because I stayed in your room for a couple days. You got a towel in there.
That white towel, yeah.
Oh my god, I learned that the hard way.
I should have warned you.
Yeah, I've used it.
It's
I'm pregnant.
It's like a potato chip. It's very
Oh, yeah.
crunchy. It's bad news bears.
It's like a 4-foot long towel, but it's so crunched up that it's gone down to like 2 feet.
You can use it as a weapon now.
It's
one
like
of those
tin foil.
It's one of those ones you have to keep trying to find the open spot, and you
Yeah.
can't. You're like, no,
Right.
shit, that's no good. All
yeah.
right, fucking. But I'll never retire it. I'll just keep using it. Now it hurts when I clean up because it's so crusty.
So
it's like,
crusty.
It's like a frosted flake.
You can
It's like-
wash that.
No, I can't. I drop my laundry off. I can't drop that off. I'll get sued.
Sexual harassment.
Yeah, fucking, it'll shatter in the washing
Paternity.
machine.
You know what you do? You cover it in like chocolate and wine and shit. You go, I bet you can't get this out. Then they'll really wash it.
It's like the old Tony Mosquito.
Cover it with Uday or whatever. Fucking
yeah, let Uda fuck with it.
I'll wear it on a long run.
Yeah, she tied it around her waist.
bloody shit.
Speaking of bloody shit, perfect segue. Let's get into Plattsburgh.
Plattsburgh that's a bloody shit if I've ever fucking lived
That's a
through
bloody
one.
dick, is what it is.
Oh yeah. That's it.
I took a picture. I don't want to. I'll do this Tarantino style. I'll end with the beginning. I took a picture of Tom's bloody. Oh, Tom took a picture of his bloody dick with one of those Kodak disposable cameras.
Oh, wow.
They never gave it back. They wouldn't. They wouldn't give us the picture.
Oh, really?
Somewhere there's
the
a picture. Not the one of your bloody dick. We got all the other pictures. You took a picture of your like dried up. Anyways, let's get back to the beginning.
Was this a menstrual fuck?
I hope so. Or a really tight one.
A virgin?
It was we were at some gig in Plattsburgh, New York. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
gig was terrible.
I wasn't even on the gig. That was back in those days where your
You'd
friends
hang
like,
out.
I got $100 gig 9 days away. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm with you, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, those are good times.
Literally was not on the show,
Right.
drove 7.5 hours and a ferry. There was a ferry involved.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you're
Years
drunk
ago.
the whole time, so it's fun.
Yeah, but I was like, I'll do it. We had nothing else. I didn't have work.
This dates the story so people can understand when it was. Red Bull had just come out.
That's right. They invented Red Bull.
They invented Red Bull that day.
That day, right
So
there.
this is like 2002 or something?
Probably 4.
Whatever the
Four,
day
okay.
Red Bull
Maybe
was invented.
03, 04.
If you know when it is, call in.
Yep. So we,
Also, Red Bull, you might want to get onto this this cum stained bandwagon podcast. We need a
Yeah.
sponsor.
Red Bull gives you towels.
well, hear the story out before you jump on board, Red Bull.
All right.
So we go up there, we do the gig. It's a nightmare gig with Bobby Seibel, who's 78 years old. It's a bachelorette
And does
party.
an hour and a half in front of 12 people.
It's a gig at a bar, and it's literally a bachelorette party. It's Plattsburgh. This is what they do. They go to the bar.
Yeah.
It's like 12, heavy girls or whatever. Maybe 10 other people scattered about the bar.
Right.
And Bob Seibel is an sweetest guy ever. He's been doing comedy literally since like 71 or something. He's in his 70s. Sweet guy. So I think maybe I hosted. We both did a little bit of time. You can tell they want a short show.
Yeah.
Bobby Seibel does an hour and 10 minutes. And the whole time they're doing like that.
Oh, yeah.
They don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's just yelling, but he loves comedy. At one point, he ends his set by going, gets everyone clapping like this, and he goes, "Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Come on, baby, let me thrill your soul." He does it on stage.
Wow.
And people are just like, what? It's not even in tune.
better is, and it's off subject, but have you seen his new rap character?
Oh, yeah, he does a real racist
Oh,
rap
my
character.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's funny. He puts on a sideways hat and a gold chain.
Yeah.
It's real wacky. So anyways, we do the show, and then Tom and I are like, we're going to get drunk, and we got a new beverage that was just
We're
invented.
doing promotions on Red Bull. Like, you know how Red Bull, if you order Red Bull and whatever vodka, it's a $12 drink
Right,
half the places.
right.
They were giving them to us because it had just come
Wow.
out. They hadn't priced
Yeah,
it
yeah.
yet. And so they just gave us the Red
Oh, my
Bulls and the
God.
vodkas, and we got shot. And we hit on every girl in that nightclub. Because the
course.
place we were doing the comedy at turns into like this really only nightclub in Plattsburgh. I
Right,
guess.
right.
So it's packed, and we hit on everything. Joe's going and doing his dancing
Yeah.
and shit.
A lot of dancing.
It
This
was
guy can
fun. A
move.
lot of dancing. And we just were just shit-faced and
Yeah, yeah.
hit on everything with no success. So by
No
the,
success?
nothing.
No.
And then by the end of it, I'm not very good. I'm not good at leading or being a wingman.
No, I'm not good either.
I don't accomplish.
Two
Really?
knuckleheads.
No, I have to have pussy really thrown. Like it has to
Isn't that
be
the
like
best?
right here, right now, behind this dumpster.
Right.
Here's my pussy.
Right,
Like,
right.
it
Same
has to
way.
be that clear.
I have no
love that.
confidence. I'm the same way. I assume everyone hates me. Everyone's
Yeah.
mad
Yeah.
at me. I'm just, it's terrible.
So anyway, we no luck. And so by the end of it, I'm standing out front of the bar smoking a cigarette. Joe gets a slice of pizza, and we're standing out front. He's eating his pizza. I'm smoking a cigarette. And there's these two girls. I was so drunk at that point I couldn't lift my head.
Wow,
like to
yeah.
look at who was standing in front of me.
So I lifted his head.
And there's two girls there, and without even looking at them, I don't know if it was Joe or I was just like, "Do you want to come back to our hotel?" Not hello or my name's Tom. Just do you want to come back
Yeah.
to our hotel?
And they were
Yeah.
like, yeah. And we were
Wow.
like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
We did it.
And we jumped in their car.
Left our coats, our tab, our shoes, everything. We just got in
Wow.
the cab and went. They
we jumped in
drove
their
us.
car, and then we realized who these people are. One of them is got to be 390 pounds.
She had a special car. Her car was
Oh,
misshapen.
really?
She was very fat, giant.
seat belt extension.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I think you got in the front seat and she was driving and I was in the back because we
That's
switched
right.
at some point.
That's right. Because now we're in the car and we're trying to figure out. All right, am I fucking the fat one? And
Right.
Joe's doing. And initially I was gonna fuck the fat one, and Joe.
The
was
other
gonna
one looked
fuck-
like a witch.
The other
She
one
had
was
dark hair.
She was older, and it came out later on. And so we get to the hotel, and immediately I think we added beer. And
Yeah, and we're sharing a room. I'm not even on the
yeah,
gig,
it's
so it's one
just
room.
two beds right next to each
Oh,
other,
boy.
separated by 1 foot of
Oh,
space.
I love where this is going.
Yeah. And we had
And-
some like Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we drank. We tried to drink that, and then I don't know how it started immediately. Did you go in the bathroom first with the pig?
I started saying like, well, the one was the big, the pig.
Well, the important part is when we get there, the one that's not 390 pounds, she's a little rough and older looking.
Yeah, yeah.
She says, I can't stay out too late. I have to babysit my grandkids in the morning.
Drops the grandkids out there.
Oh,
Bam!
wow.
And I was like, yeah.
So we got a grandkid and
You
and
had
large
me
Marge.
at grandma.
You got a grandkid and a seatbelt extender.
Yeah, huge.
So
Wow.
Joe, I think at that point goes in the bathroom with Big Bertha there with the fucking.
Yeah.
And you got to tell this story
So
because
I
I
go
wasn't
in.
in there, but I know.
I go in the bathroom because we need a little privacy. And it's like a Motel 6.
Oh, yeah.
It's a shit hotel room. The thing's bolted to the thing.
Right,
whatever.
right.
So we go in the bathroom and literally we go in there and she's like, maybe I could. I was like, maybe you could blow me a little bit here. And she brings a Mike's Hard Lemonade. She's like, okay, hold on 1 second. She takes the hard lemonade, tips it upside down, and drinks it. You know those people that open their gullets?
Yes.
Just goes
Straight
and
down.
just fucking
Wow.
pounds the thing. Like, so she wasn't into me either. She's like, I gotta pound this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
She's fat. She sits on the toilet seat. I just stand in front of the toilet seat. She sucks my dick just like that while she's, and then all of a sudden I hear, she starts just pissing like a Seabiscuit piss while she's blowing me, which is the grossest thing ever.
Wow.
It's as if she was sucking his juice through her.
Right.
Yes,
It was
yes.
like just a flow. So then somehow, for some reason, I'm like, let's
Human
take this.
centipede.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's take this into the shower because I'm nasty and I want to get nasty
You
here.
want to get those rolls sudsed up.
We get in and she cracks the tile.
Get
bathroom
outta
tile.
here.
No
What is
word of a
this?
lie. I'm
Come on.
not kidding.
What is this? The Hulk?
It's not
She
believable.
broke a tile.
I would not say it if it wasn't true. The tile's cracked.
I
We were-
stubbed my toe on it later.
We were fucking, and it was a lot of stuff happening. The tiles were
What?
cracking. We're in the shower. We're fucking.
Wait, you were fucking in the shower?
Yeah. We fucked in the shower. It was a whole
First.
thing. Yes. Then we come out, and you got your business
So
happening.
so he comes out of.
Oh, you're with the witch.
I'm with the witch.
the Wicked Witch.
waiting for the bathroom to be available. I guess I don't know if I was making out with her.
Well, you got the bed.
Well,
Use the bed.
yeah, I know, but what
Use the
came
bed.
up was she goes, and this is an indicator of that she wasn't that old. She wasn't wicked Grandma Kane old. She goes, oh, I got my friend or my period or whatever.
Oh,
the fuck they
she's
call it.
full of
visitor.
excuses,
Right,
this
right.
cunt.
And I go, all right, whatever. Why don't you come in the bathroom? And I drew a bath and I washed her because I was concerned.
Oh,
So I
that
gave
is
I
so
gave her
creepy.
I made it like a sensual sponge bath, but it was more like I got to get some crevices fucking
Right.
cleared up.
Right.
It's like The Shining. That woman in
Yes,
the bathtub.
yes.
Yeah.
And then the blood coming down the hall.
Right.
Oh, my Lord.
So I
Where do
wa-
the twins get involved?
I washed her in the bathtub, and when I come out of the bathroom, Joe is Joe is on his back on the bed, and the fat giant girl is naked,
Consuming me.
naked, but blowing him. So she's at the end of the bed with her giant fucking ass up in
Oh,
the air.
wow.
Yeah.
And man, I licked my hand. And I jumped up as high as I could jump, and I hit her on the ass as hard as I could hit.
Her
And
ass is still vibrating
to
today.
this day, the waves are still going
I
out.
bet she didn't even notice it.
Tom just goes like literally like that
Wow.
on her ass. I'm like,
Wow.
so then
Oh,
they
man.
pull up their little parking spot next to us.
So we
Oh,
get in
yeah.
the bed right next to them.
How was her body, by the way, on Grandma Johnson?
I don't remember.
I think it was melty.
I
it was
think
like
it was.
a
It was
melty.
like,
yeah.
everything looked like it had been pulled.
It's like a
wasn't
water,
good.
a water painting with a little, too much water.
Yeah.
By the way, we're no victories either. We're not a
Yeah,
couple of,
oh, I'm
you know,
not-
Wow, you
Disaster.
guys are young, thin.
But at the time, I had braces and a short, weird haircut.
You
And
had braces?
I don't know. I'm
Oh.
making stuff up. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make them feel
Just
better.
on
A
his
hat with
legs.
a propeller on it.
on his legs.
Yeah, right.
Probably
yeah,
had,
yeah.
whatever.
So, anyways,
All right.
we're a foot apart in the bed. Joe's going to town on this broad. He's banging this fat broad.
Oh,
like
what-
we're to the point where I'm looking over and I just see her with her big fucking thighs and legs up in the air, and Joe disappearing into it and
Yes,
coming out
yes.
like
Big.
It's like a bounce house.
yeah. He was
Right.
inside a bounce house.
Wow.
And then she took a phone call at
The
one
phone
point.
rings. And I'm mad at this point because I'm drunk and I get mad sometimes.
Yeah.
And the phone rings and I'm like, answer the fucking phone or shut it off or whatever. So she answers the phone. Joe doesn't stop fucking her. So Joe's
No.
still fucking
Why would
this
I?
broad. And she answers the phone just like this. Nothing. What are you doing?
Yeah. And then it turned out it was her boyfriend.
Oh.
Who
Yeah.
blew her off at the bar. So she was like, yeah, I found my own thing to do. Ah.
Whoa.
And I was fucking her. I'm like, yeah. Now I'm scared this guy's going to show up, and he's got to be 800 pounds if he's slept with
Right.
this woman.
He must be,
He's going to be a
yeah.
dangerous person.
Yes.
But so I'm trying to bang this old lady, right? And I was drunk, and it's very difficult. And I have this thing about me where I don't. If I start fucking, I'm gonna finish.
See,
Yeah,
we're
of
we're
course.
opposites here.
Yeah, I am going to
I'm the
finish.
same way.
Yeah, I
I've
don't
never,
see
I've never come in my entire life. Sorry.
unless my T-shirt's involved.
I save it up for later. Masturbate. With another party involved, I can't come. But anyways, get back to you.
So I have to focus very hard because I'm drunk. She's
Right.
gross,
Right.
and the situation is Joe's fucking a fat girl next to me, and phones are ringing, and
Real close, too.
I'm yeah, we're like I could feel the heat from Fatty's
Oh,
thigh.
well, you guys are both missionary.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
All right.
Couple
yes.
of mish.
Painting a pick here.
Yeah.
A bad pick.
And I'm concentrating, and I'm getting to the point where okay, I can fucking finish up here and roll over and nap, and this'll go away. Mm-hmm. And just as I feel like I'm at a point where okay, I'm making this happen, I am going to achieve climax. She, I think, in an effort to try to help me along, whispers into my ear,
Uh-oh.
"You know, I love you, right?"
I love you.
I don't
my
even know this
God.
girl's name. I think we were calling her Granny. I don't remember.
Oh, my Lord.
She was searching for a granddad.
Yeah, apparently. Wow.
You know, I love you,
grandparent,
right? And my response, it was not super gentlemanly. I was like, "What the fuck? Can you shut the fuck up?
There you go. Shut the fuck up.
Can you shut
Wow.
the fuck up, please?" Now I have to start over again.
Yeah,
I
I
totally
love
did.
that. You're not stopping.
No.
but shut up.
Oh, I made it happen eventually.
Oh, wow. So you guys are still dating, I imagine?
She's probably
mess.
dead. Both of them are probably dead.
Probably.
One weighed 800 pounds. The other one was 71 years old. They're probably long dead. We probably it was probably a wrap after that.
They died of natural causes.
I wish it was a rap. It wasn't.
Oh yeah,
that
so
was
then-
that was a Reuben, not a rap.
no,
and then in the morning,
I'm talking about. I forgot the rap, so I
Oh.
took a picture of my bloody.
Yeah, there was no condom involved. So no condom for either of us. Back then, I just never wore
Because
condoms
I was like,
for 10
you know,
years.
I
what's,
didn't either.
what's a little menstrual blood?
Right. Yeah, it's lube. Where I
So-
come from.
The next morning, the girl, we sleep a little bit. I had to sleep on the floor because she took up the whole bed. So then I get up and I brush my teeth, and she goes in the bathroom. She comes out. She goes, "Hey, you one of these guys that is real weird about the girl using your toothbrush?" I was like, "Yes, I am. I am one of those guys about letting girls use my toothbrush after they blew me all night."
Right.
And also, I did just a strange. What are you, fucking crazy?
Yeah.
So then we're driving, and this is a source of contention in Tom and I's relationship. The girl asked for my phone number,
Eee.
and at the time I don't have a cell phone. This is
Yeah.
27 years ago, so I give her my mother's rotary phone number.
Oh, what are you
But
doing?
I was scared that if I gave a wrong number, Tom would be like, "That's not your number, is it? That's a fake
are
number."
you that guy?
Who would do that?
I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Who would do that?
That would have been funny.
No, that's mean.
So I just gave her my legit number. It was probably a 7-digit number at the time, you know. Of
course.
This is 84. And so I give her my number,
And she called.
and like a week later,
Oh, boy. Well, after she voted for Reagan, she had to give you a buzz.
I come home.
What was
There's
her
a
name?
note, Heather.
Oh, right.
I come home and there's a
Heather
note.
the Feather.
Yes, I come home and there's a note that says Heather called, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is Heather?" And my mother goes, "Yeah, do you know a Heather?" And I was like, "No." And she goes, "Yeah." She said she called and said, "Is Joe there?" And my mother was like, "Who is this?" And she's like, "This is Heather from Plattsburgh. He'll know."
Oh.
My mother tells me that, and I was like, "Ah!" I turned red. It was I almost killed myself. I almost had
Yeah.
to come out to my mother and tell her that I had sex with the state.
Wouldn't that be funny if your mom was fucking when she called?
Wow,
Hold on, Dad. It just was this one big circle.
Yeah, so Heather called me up. She wanted to meet up again. She had feelings for me.
Of course she does.
It was probably the best fucking dicking she's ever got because I was drunk and I can't come anyways. It's a whole mental
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So I fucked her for like 35 minutes. We forgot about this. This is gross. Buckle up. Put
Here we
your
go.
earplugs in. I also ate her pussy.
No way.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
All right,
whoop, whoop,
give me a
whoop.
moment of
Phones
silence just for a second.
Phones
because
are not lighting up anymore.
I have known you 13 years, and I was there
How'd you miss
for that whole story. This is when I'm finding out about this
No,
now.
I think we talked about it before. I ate her out. I never hooked up with a girl that I didn't eat. I love eating pussy.
I do it too.
No matter what it
it's a
is, and
problem.
it was down there, and it was little. It was like a little pussy because everything shrunken because there was so much real estate
right,
around
right,
her.
right.
It was. I had to lift up tarps and things.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was business. Yeah, I ate her. Yeah, you remember that? It was a whole ordeal. Because you were like, you don't do that. And I was like, I thought that's what you did.
That's not what I did.
Because we had, well, you couldn't. You were fucking hooking up with Dracula.
Yeah, you get dust in your mouth. Oh boy, wow! What was her vag like? Was it just full of hoagies and shit?
Can't remember. It was cheesy and it was a lot of
A
business
slice
happening.
of pepperoni out the side.
Yeah, right,
it was,
right.
It was bad news bears. I know that. And then we had to take the ferry across, and we're both hungover. I have a picture of us on the ferry
Yeah.
with one of those disposable cameras. No picture exists of that. They couldn't fit in the frame. So I picture taking a picture of your girl, and like a flash bulb goes off. It's like one of those old ones we hide under the curtain.
Right, it's Nosferatu. Holy moly! I love those. Those are the best nights, though.
It was fun. It was super fun. I wouldn't trade that for a million.
Yeah,
No.
it was pretty wild.
I got one like that. You know,
Lay it on me.
Growing up in New Orleans, you know, we would just get the same shit. We'd just get blackout. Me and another guy or friend. And I was with a friend named Guy Greer, who recently died of a heroin overdose. So it just gives you
boy.
a touch about this guy.
Good
Fun
times.
guy, great guy, good hang. We just got blackout drunk and went to a bar called The Boot, which is right across the street from Tulane. Big Tulane bar. So it was like crawling with hot girls who have money, you know? Mm-hmm. So we would just go to this bar, and from like 9 p.m. till 4 when it closed, we would just try to fuck girls. We would just go, and the big move back then was just, you know, rap music is playing. You would just go up to them and like start dancing behind them. You know, a little dick on the ass move, you know?
Yeah,
and,
dick on the ass.
you know, that move. You're trying to go with the music. They bend over a little bit. You grab the waist. Da 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 da. And you know, we do this all night. And you know, most girls like, get off me, or hey, what the fuck, dick, get out of here. And one guy punched me in the back of the head because I was
wow.
dancing with his girlfriend. So the night goes on. It's probably like 3:58. I see two chicks. One is like 8 feet tall, and the other one is like Tweedledee. Just short and round.
Right.
So I go for the round one. And I'm just behind her, grinding. It's been hours. It works. She's into it. I can feel her thrusting back. All right. Success.
Dick on the butt.
Yes.
Back thrust.
So my friend, he goes with the tallie. Eventually I go, hey, why don't we go back to my place? I have no home. I live with my parents. I don't know what I was thinking, but they're like, great, let's do it. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this works. So we jump in my friend's car. We're making out in the car. He's driving, me and Fatty, we're going at it. She is ready to go. She is rip, roaring, and fat. She's into it.
Right.
So we go back to my friend's parents' house, which was a big discussion. Like, we put them in the car. We're like, where are we going to go? We can go to a park. Should we go to a park? Oh, we can't go to a park. They want to fuck. We got to go somewhere. If we can't go to my house. We can't go to my house. Oh, wait, my parents might be out of town. Well, if we sneak in the back, it's a whole thing. So we go to my friend's house. Parents are out of town. We're watching a movie in the living room.
You put a movie on?
What movie?
I felt like it was the right thing to do.
Okay.
I think it was 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, of course.
That's
What are
all
you,
I could,
9?
That's all I could find.
Jesus.
It was in those old Disney cases that were like
Yeah, the
big,
plastic.
big, yeah.
White plastic.
So my friend and I are watching this movie. It's like 6 a.m. Sun's coming out. We're too scared to make a move. I'm sobering up. The mom comes home.
Oh, fuck.
And she's like, hey, what the hell are you guys doing? She's got like groceries or something. And we're like, oh, hey. And she's like, could you take this into your room? Because she knew something was up. We reek of booze. I'm puking. It's gross.
Wow.
She sees these two strange skanks in her room. So we're like, oh, sorry. We bring it to my friend's room. He's got a tiny childhood bedroom. Childhood bed, much like yours.
Race car?
I wish. Just an old car, actually. So he goes in the bed. They start fucking immediately. So this girl and me are on the floor, and there's like toys and, like those glow-in-the-dark stars,
Yeah.
the whole nine. Little desk, everything. And so she's like, all right, so what are we waiting for? And I just couldn't do it. I was so sobered up by this point. The mom spooked me. She was fat. It was all coming together. So I couldn't fuck her, which is rare for me. I'll fuck anything.
Right.
I just couldn't do it. She bothered me. She was gross. She wanted to do it too bad. If a girl wants to fuck me, something's up.
Right.
That's how I figured.
Right.
So I was like, so do you have a condom? She goes, no, I don't care. And I was like,
Awesome.
I don't have one. And she's like, who cares? I'm clean. I'm sure you're clean. She is ready to go. And I'm like, I'm not that clean. I'm trying anything. And she's like, I don't care. Put it in me. And I was like, I can't.
Oh, my God.
I can't do
wow.
it. And she fucking flips out. She rips off my friend off the other girl. She's having a blast up there. They're having like hot, good porn sex.
We're just feet away.
Feet away.
Yeah.
Maybe a foot away. And she just gets up. She like buttons her pants. She picks my friend up off the tall chick. She goes, we're leaving. The other girl's like, no, I'm enjoying this. And she's like, we're getting the fuck out of here. This faggot. Da, 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 da. And I was like, I'm sorry. And they just like got a cab home or something.
Wow.
Was your buddy mad?
He was furious.
Wow,
I
that's-
would have been mad.
Yeah.
It's like a triple cock block.
What are you
Badge block,
doing?
You blocked everybody.
What are you doing? You should have just
I
let
was-
her blow you or something.
She didn't want to blow. She was down for fucking.
No blow.
No blow.
Boy, you should have ate her out. That's what I did.
I guess I should ate her out, but I just was like, she might have AIDS. The wave.
Oh, she
of-
had AIDS.
Oh, she had AIDS.
Oh, I don't care. Just take it in.
Yeah.
Oh, you look clean.
Right.
I don't think fat people have AIDS. I think it's a thing. That's part of the curriculum. That's not the right
I
word.
almost made a bad Kool-Aid joke, and I held back.
Oh, Kool-Aids.
Yeah, there you
That'd be
go.
fun.
But, yeah, I just couldn't do it, and that's the first time and the last time that's ever happened to me.
Wow. Boy, oh boy.
I feel like less of a man.
I had a similar.
yeah,
I'll
you
fuck
gotta
a
go back.
girl in
You should,
front of you.
You should find her now.
I'll find her if you're listening.
Maybe she's thinned out.
Walk to New York.
Maybe she moved. She got so sad she moved to Plattsburgh. Could be the same girl.
Oh, yeah, she put on more weight.
Yeah. My God.
Maybe.
You should have gave her a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Maybe that's the juice that they need.
I needed it.
You should have sculpted it down. Oh yeah, she didn't need it.
She was ready. I needed
you needed a MHL.
kerosene. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, if you're listening out there, Betty was her name.
Betty.
Yeah, Big Betty.
Ugly
Wow.
Betty?
Ugly, fat Betty.
Boy, you really, that's tough, boy. You
Yeah.
could have changed her whole life.
I
Maybe you
know.
did. Maybe she was so upset that she went off and became somebody famous. Maybe she's
Maybe.
Betty White.
That's Betty White. Yeah.
Betty Boop or somebody.
Yeah, my friend, he is good in bed. I was watching him like, phew, I could never do
You
that.
were watching him.
Well, yeah, we were just sitting there. it was movement.
Wow.
I had to look at it.
That reminds me of Kramer in the showers when he's taking notes on
Yeah,
people.
that was me.
You're doing pretty good, but I'm really learning something here.
Yeah.
Boy, that's hilarious. Well, I feel like we gotta wrap it up, but maybe we'll do a second one.
Maybe we'll...
Johnny, we got anyone coming in at 5?
Oh,
Jeez. Well, Tom will be back here in
Jeez.
11 years.
Yeah.
So Boy, I was hoping to do a twofer. We got so much we didn't get to. We told one story here.
We didn't tell the Key West thing.
But Key West is going to be 45 minutes. That's a whole thing.
Wait, you went to Miami and Key West?
That was on the same trip.
Oh, wow.
Miami was one day. That was first
Oh, wow.
day.
Yeah,
Boy,
that
we
was
had
a great
Thanksgiving.
story.
We stole a car. We hit an ATM machine. We got a lot we
You
wanted to
got
talk
mugged.
about.
The Key West one's the best.
You yelled at a mugger?
Yeah, we had a whole bunch of stuff, but I feel like I feel like we got to wrap it up
Key
here.
West has pissed
we're
pants.
already over our time here.
Oh, jeez.
No. You started 9 seconds in.
No, but it's 5:08. There's probably a group of people out here. Yeah, there's people waiting. We got to wrap it up.
Any fat chicks out there?
Oh, boy.
boy.
That
All
got
right.
weird.
Well,
That
I
was
can
a long
redeem
pause.
myself. Yeah.
All right, well, we got to wrap it up. Thank you guys for listening. Tom Dustin, everybody.
Tommy.
What's your name? At Tom Dustin? Or
Tom, what, the Twitter thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Twitter.
At Tom_Dustin.
I hate those underscores.
I don't know.
underscore
I
either.
made it. I don't know anything
Nah, you're
about
doing
Twitter.
fine.
You're
doing
good.
fine.
Tom, we'll tweet it out from the thing. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the Chipotle. Thanks for all the love, the support. Dom, we love you. We love everybody. And, boy, what a show.
When will this air?
Next Tuesday.
Next week.
Tuesdays with stories.
Oh, and congratulations on your album taping.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
doing
yeah,
that
the big album tape
Yeah.
this weekend.
It went well.
And the fire benefit. Avon, Knights of Columbus, or VFW. Avon VFW, Holbrook Firefighter Benefit. Come out to that, please, for God's sake.
in Massachusetts.
In Avon, Massachusetts, yeah.
Yes, and I'll be in Portland, Oregon for Bridgetown Comedy Festival. So let's meet up.
All right. We love you. Thank you. Sorry about all the fat jokes.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.